We're effectively building a kitchen team in 2-3 days.
It's so important to think much further than the product you've got.
See what you think of that.
Not really sweet. That's perfect.
Everything coming from somebody's backyard. The eggs just, right down the road. We just got them into the restaurant yesterday.
If I'd been a teenage boy at Whanganui High School and this had happened, I would have been in seventh heaven.
Getting chefs together is, sounds easier, but that's a whole lot of egos you got to deal with.
I feel very grateful for everyone helping me. I was really nervous, but everyone else has calmed me down.
Yeah, it feels like long-term friendships.
And I think that what Lee and Ethan have pulled together, incredible.
It's amazing, this camaraderie.
This is the sausage capital of the world coming up.
The sausage capital?
Sausage capital of the world, Tuatapere, yeah. Famous for the world's biggest sausage, I think.
A Dinner for Scott is a project that has come about in memory of my late father, Scott Richardson.
Welcome to Dinner with Scott. This is a new series where we're going to show you how to prepare a 9-course dinner.
Who was a prominent chef, educator, mentor, friend, father.
Craft stall area this year for the first time more upmarket. We hope to grow that and get more craft people involved to actually show off their self.
He would bring chefs from across Australia and New Zealand to the Southern Institute of Technology.
You've got the Technologist Cooking School, you've got the Celebrity Chef's Dinner. Let's start with this.
To sort of exchange that knowledge from these key chefs. So we've used that as our model and as our sort of benchmark. Up until this point, it's just been so many emails. Phone calls, emails, and then, they're all in the one room.
Kia ora everybody, welcome. Thank you so much for being involved again, especially the support from SIT and the students here. Exciting to be able to work with some amazing chefs behind us that you'll all get to meet over the next couple of days.
To me, these chefs that we've brought in from New Zealand and Australia will become mentors to you over the next few days. As Lee said, optimise the opportunity. Ask questions, taste food, get outside your comfort zone.
And just, enjoy the moment.
I'm Ethan Flack, Southland born and bred. I've spent 10 years overseas in Europe and the UK working in Michelin-Starred kitchens that were all connected to the soil. And every day when I was in these kitchens working with these great chefs, I knew that I would be coming back home. Southland has an abundance of great produce. Our soil is so healthy. And the producers using the soil to produce great stuff actually love it. They've got a passion for what they do. And me as a chef, it's the best of both worlds. I connect with these families producing this great stuff. I can share their story through the plate of food. Once the nerves are settled, the chefs have introduced themselves, the students know who they're going to be with, and we sort of stand back and just sort of let the opportunity for the chef, the tertiary and the secondary students all to develop and grow.
So this was a really exciting kind of once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me.
I was quite nervous for it, but kind of getting into it more now.
To have guest chefs come in and show different techniques and different ideas, it's a great opportunity for both me as a tutor and the students to learn.
The high school students are great. And when I think about it, when I was in high school, I was one of 2 boys who did cooking, and we seem to have just like half a school of lads here cooking, which is great.
The kids are all really interested. That's the exciting part. Like I said to them yesterday, I was like, if I was at your age and I got this opportunity, it would have been amazing. It would have blown my mind. So.
This sort of thing didn't happen when I was a kid growing up. I would have been in seventh heaven.
It's a completely new situation for the majority of those people. And I looked, the students with Julie were so engaged in her. Loz was lining her tart. Brett was working with this lamb. And then we've got Javier down the other end, really, working with the fish with his student. But then went through to the other kitchen and you've got Norka with her Ora King salmon. I went and tried it, it was beautiful. Henry lining up a pot of hay to get some ash.
Okay, right. Tip all that in.
Peter down working his dashi and once the chaos is calm, the calm is so inspirational.
Can you talk about when you nearly lit the kitchen on fire?
Yesterday?
For the quail egg that we're going to do, we're going to cover it with a little bit with ash.
So in order to make the ash, we have to burn off the hay. I put it into a stock pot, all the hay inside, and then just lit it on fire.
Can we turn on the hood?
So the smoke started gathering. I'm like, oh, I don't think the hood is on. Fortunately, no alarm bells went off.
We're gonna mist the ash with a little bit of sumac, a little bit of citric acid, and that'll be the coating that goes around our quail egg.
We had to do chores in the morning in Samoa. So you would have like hard-boiled eggs, and you'd always have like dirty hands on your white egg, and I could see, you know, like dirt marks on your egg, and you're still eating it. So I figured it'd be a fun idea to serve a dirty egg like that to the customers tonight.
So I was thinking quail eggs, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be some sort of farmy moment, you know, and it's like we end up in a garage, and it's that strange discovery moment in Matoda of all places.
I started with 5 quail, and that was nearly 4 years ago. I think the most I've had is like 380 at one time. How about you come out? There we go. There you go.
This is it?
This is it. So, this is Kiwi quail.
Fresh is best, you know, and you can't get fresher than, you know, everything coming from somebody's backyard.
You need to see it in summer.
In summer, yeah.
When there's loads.
Natasha pulls out this wee container with lettuce and mayo and these boiled quail eggs. They were so good. They're tasty.
Really like creamy, aren't they? In an omelette, they're really creamy.
You need quite... How many quail eggs does it take to make an omelette?
If you have a 3-egg omelette, you need 9.
I love it when producers cook their product and share it. Because they know how to cook it, right? They know how to serve it. Perfect. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.
These are amazing. They're tasty. Henry's going to love them. Strap these into the front seat.
Ethan does a crazy job of navigating 7 different chefs and all of their orders for their courses.
I guess our brief was classroom, like early learning. I took that pretty liberally. I wanted to take Southland as like my classroom. Look, I might not sound like it, but I'm originally from Southland, from a little town out the road called Winton.
To have Brett back in the region again is super special. He's that Australian, New Zealand guy and that kind of the combination from Winton.
My dish is some Southland lamb. So the saddle of lamb is like the 2 loins, the fillets and these flaps on the side. That would be a lamb saddle joined together. But we can only get these ones that are split in half. So we're essentially deboning them. You got the nice fat cap on there, and then we got the fillet, which kind of sits in there. So that's the whole one. You got the fillet in here. We got this nice, we call it the flap. We'll take that fillet out and then take that off the bone, and it gives us this. There's a bit of fat running through there, so we get rid of that. And then down here we've got some leeks. So we're gonna blanch these down, split them up, and then that's gonna essentially get put in there, cut up, not that big. And then we're going to put the fillet back in and then wrap it all up. And that's getting served with some Southland vegetables. We've got some baby carrots, which I'm kind of roasting off with some honey and ginger.
When they said honey, I'm like, right, I know a guy. Chris from Melee Apiaries, which is literally 5 minutes out of town. He's got hives all over the region, and he's so passionate about what he does.
So you can see all the cells where the honey's been deposited by the bees.
And his family's really connected into it. It's a family business.
Yeah, so actually this year marks 19 years since the first beehive turned up. In terms of honey, well, we grew up with honey. Some of the sites that we now look after were from that same beekeeper back almost 50 years ago.
Chris took us to the hives. Obviously they weren't active because it is too cold, but we tried 2 honeys and they were delicious. The raw clover and the sou'wester. This is your favourite, and these 2 are what we're going to have with the dinner as well.
Totally.
So should we crack into it?
Yeah, totally. Let's go. So good.
Well, cheers to good Southland honey, eh?
Yeah, cheers.
Yum. Yum.
We got in Jimmy, which Southland Boys High School hooked us up with Jimmy, which is a pretty sweet, I reckon it's a bus. And we headed on down to see Dave Wilson at Wilson's Veg to sort of see where the yams were coming from for Brett's dish.
My favourite vegetable in the whole wide world, it's a yam. So originating from South America, but prolific in the south of New Zealand.
Dave.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Ready for some vegetables for the... I'll stand down here so I'm not so tall. How long have you been growing yams for?
Probably 30. Plus?
Quite
Well,
a few.
I've been doing this for 39 years, so.
We got muddy. It was, it definitely slipping and sliding, but good to be out on the fields with Dave.
Getting the hands in the soil of this product, you actually are so connected to it.
You're gonna have to wash your trousers when you get home.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah, use my shirt. Well, my wife will wash it.
Sorry,
I
Kathy.
shouldn't say that, sorry. It's like playing in the sandpit as a kid, you know? You go home with dirty clothes. My sandpits are a little bit bigger than everybody else's.
Well, cheers to the yam, the humble yam, huh?
I've already eaten a bit, yeah.
That's
You have
beautiful.
to cut half this out.
Yum. When we're going to see it on the dish, it's like we actually know we picked that. You know, we picked that with that producer.
So, you know, growing up down here, you kind of, I don't know, you're in touch with your food. You know, my parents grew all those vegetables I've listed, they grew them in the backyard, and they still do to this day. It's going to be the main course, so I'll be honest, I'm actually a bit nervous about it. These are hot. Pass. I don't think I'll be doing the main course, but look, whatever, we'll get it done. You always pull these things through, but yeah, so it's between the fish dish and then the desserts. Hey, well done guys, thank you so much.
Sorry,
you guys killed it.
I remember going to dine with Scott back in like 08, 07 and dining at his restaurant. And to finally this year bring him south and have him experience our cause. Definitely, yeah, it's so special to have him down here.
I mean, we're in Southland and the fishing around here is amazing. So I was really keen to do a fish course. So my dish is Southland monkfish and it's sitting on some quinoa with a bit of horopito and spring onion. There are some beautiful pink oyster mushrooms and golden needle mushrooms that have been steamed there and there as well.
How beautiful are they? Look at those. How beautiful is this?
Then there's a broth which is based on a Japanese dashi broth which has seaweed, bonito flakes, soy in there and mirin. But I've brought in some honey from Niue because I wanted to have this specific vibe going on.
So we're going to put in about this much honey, okay? 100.
So there's Niue and honey, and then there's some coconut in there as well, which is kind of funky. And then there are some little whitebait farmed down here in Bluff. So I'm really looking forward to that, and going to visit the plant where they're farming them was really cool the other day.
To have them, you know, seeing these, going to Ocean Beach and seeing the gin and the pawas and the manaki whitebait, like that moment of conversation, of discovery of new produce, the interlinks of our region and chefs.
The time in connecting in with Bluff was really important for us.
Whitebait is one of my favourite kai moana. It's a tricky fish to eat from a sustainability point of view. This could be good. Like if this works, and this is a really good sort of aquaculture business, it's providing jobs, and potentially these are full of hundreds of thousands of whitebait fritters, so what's not to love? Oh, how beautiful. Okay, so the way it's going to work, you're going to go this, and that is that.
Now's the time we've been working the last couple of days for.
Shoulder, welcome. It's a ride, but it's great. We're here. Hey, good again everywhere. Yeah.
And we look at what we're doing here in Invercargill tonight, and this is the culmination of Scott. And I think that what Lee and Ethan have pulled together with the support of the Trust and various other people is incredible. It's great because the legacy of Scott will continue for a really long time.
Hola, now it's working. Hello, I'm Norca, originally from Chile.
Norca is my Norca. I mean, again, I had never met Norca. I'd heard her story a little bit. A global ambassador for Ora King Salmon, right? So to bring someone of that calibre and down with Ora King and her connection to the wine too is so special.
My hair look crazy. Look! What I did here was Ora King salmon gravlax. I gravlax with the base of salt and sugar. I use Bluff gin because we are here and actually the gin is delicious. So I cure it with the gin. I get inspired by New Zealand with the kawa kawa. The more holes the leaf have means like the insects eat them and is more powerful in the healing. This is kawa kawa. Kawa kawa coming from Waihōpai, and we have kawa kawa coming from Auckland. We're doing salmon gravlax 3 ways. So one of the gravlax will be with beetroot and the other one normal salmon with dill and lemon and onion.
To come to New Zealand, not speak a word of English, and then fast forward to now teaching our kids cooking. When I'm listening to her speaking to students, I felt the emotion and the love.
I love the idea of give something back to students. Like when I was a student and I have these incredible people that help me to be what I am, who I am. When you cut it, make sure your hand is grab the knife properly. This hand, the finger, make sure always is behind the knife, if not you will be cut it. Hold the salmon properly and go from the bottom to the top of the knife, go down, one cut. I don't want bites, I want just one cut, clear cut.
What's it like to sort of give over that control over the finished product?
Stressful. It's too thick. Yeah. I think we all in the kitchen are a little bit crazy, a little bit perfectionist. I learned in a young age that if we're doing a function, every single dish needs to look like a mirror. So grab the salmon properly, sorry, around this finger back. I tell the students, and I try a lot of them, but some of them don't have the knife skills because the experience, we finish like this, okay? So then this one also we use. It's too thick. And if I put 20 grams, my calculation is 20 grams times 150, and if it's too thick, I will have no enough. Start again.
First time cutting salmon there.
All good?
Yeah.
Is a way to learn?
I think it's really important for us who are trying to bring it all together to encourage that this year is a huge learning opportunity.
We're super passionate about the cause, about this educational moment for our students, giving an opportunity to young people within our region to travel and explore and have experiences and then bring them back.
To me, coming back to Invercargill is a dream come true, let's say.
Javier was an exchange student back in 2009, and my dad taught him as like a young sort of 14, 15-year-old.
I'm running the canapes for tonight's event. So it's a pumpkin bread served with some shredded beef on top, and the topping for that is a fresh pepper, diced tomato and veggies dressed with apple vinegar, and it's super traditional in Chilean cuisine. And the other dish is a ceviche bite, so it goes on a spoon. It's just a single bite of fresh fish with 2 cold emulsions. One of them is based on ginger, celery and lemon juice, and the other one is green chili and coriander.
Cooking was something that he actually couldn't do at his high school back in Chile. Dad was like, "Hey, you could be a chef, is this something you've thought about?"
I went to sports and woodworking, metalworking, then the art, graphic and design, and then without even realizing, we would be in the catering class 2 or 3 hours after school, just chilling, hanging there with Scott.
And then he goes back to Chile and he's like, "Dad, Mum, Dad, I'm gonna become a chef." And then now to finally bring him back, staying with his host family that looked after him back then.
After all these years, I'm the only one who has come back, and coming back for this cause as well, amazing to me.
And so that connection point is so special.
Yeah, our chef is stressing a little bit, but she's doing really good. Oh, hectic, but yeah, this guy's been really amazing. Let's try to have fun.
They were so amazing. I was the one got lost first couple of hours of not knowing what I'm doing, and then they were very passionate about meeting new chefs and then learning something new and then doing big events.
I love it. I love being sous chef for the day.
My student, especially the lead student, Chanel, and she's been so amazing.
First time meeting her. Yeah, I've also checked out her Instagram. That's incredible too.
When I was designing my dish, I was focusing on obviously the local ingredients and the theme, and also I want our students to experience something new and then also different techniques.
I had never met Julie, I've seen her stuff online and then bringing her down and seeing her in the kitchen. I knew she had years of experience in pastry kitchens in the UK. I knew she was very, very good at what she does, but to see her precision, one of the best pastry chefs in the country by far, hands down.
So my dish is based on my very first fancy cake that I bought in London. When I just started learning pastry, I still remember the textures and the flavors of the first bite, and it was kind of an eye-opening. So I tried to take that on my dessert, something really basic, but with a little bit elevated, elements. Chocolate entremet, pebble shape, layers of chocolate caramel with the kawa, local berry compote, local gin jelly, chocolate pan de gêne, which is like almond flour, and it will be sitting on the chocolate biscuit, and it will be glazed in beautiful shiny mirror glaze, served with vanilla ice cream.
I'm actually enjoying it. The last minute, I'm truly enjoying it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's been lovely, a lovely team, a small team, led, and Laura's the champion of this dish. It's her dish, and it's just getting more and more beautiful as time goes on.
So I got lovely hazelnuts from Southland that we've made into a praline. We're going to put that at the bottom of the tart, and then it's got a baked hazelnut almond chocolate filling.
Met Laura through a mutual friend in a flat in London, of all places. Heard that she had this bakery with her friend from AUT.
Callum's
It gets stuck on your hand.
Yeah, it's a little bit sticky. That's the sugar loves the humidity, so then it gets sticky.
I loved my little student team. They was, fab. They were so inquisitive, just asking me what they could do rather than kind of waiting around to be shown. Everyone's been really nice, and I think could see that I was a little bit overwhelmed and just were there if I needed them. Yeah, really lovely for me. I really needed that.
Her balance in her pastries, next to none. So I was like, Lodge, you're coming down. You're coming down.
When the final speeches were being said and there was the applause, I certainly looked to the sky and I know that he would be proud of the moment. I think he would encourage everyone to use it as a stepping stone to something more. Have the guests got inspiration from what we're trying to create? Have the students, have the tutors got inspiration? And how can they use this as a moment for growth?
And to all of you, enjoy each moment, enjoy the friendships you have, and enjoy everything, because dreams really do come true. And for Scott, this has been a dream, and he will be really humbled to know that you're all here tonight, and he'll be humbled to know that what a beautiful son he has, and a friend he has in Ethan that's brought all this together. So to all of you, I hope to see you all next year. Enjoy each day and every breath that you have.